Quick reminder before we get started on tonight's stream to head over to threadmancer.com and use the promo code AmberWars at checkout to get free shipping on all orders over $25.
Free checking?
Free checking on all orders over $25. That was the first take. Got it in one.
Yeah.
Leave it on the cutting room floor.
We're for real going now?
Looks to be, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's what she said as well. Look over there for now.
Oh, that's sad.
Tanner, can you stop giving me whiplash?
That's what she said too. Wait.
So,
first you can't tell, and then it's too much.
last time during the adventure, you guys had spent a little bit of time exploring the undercroft around Whistlin' Willie's Welding, finding a treasure trove and divvying up some loot. Then took some corpseified friends through the sewers, both the slightly detentacled face of Hildy Winterglyph and the slightly deskulled body of Trey Crestwind, along with Skullpaddle and Augie, returning to Madame Gloriana's companionship and bathhouse, where some of you took it upon yourselves to just sort of relax for the evening, while Skullpaddle, Vireo, and Kismet went to the college to check to see who is next on the list for taking over the next seat on the Council of the Seven, turning out to be Billy Stonejumper. Billiam Q. Stonejumper. Making it back to the college, you all took a long rest.
Excuse you, Vireo.
And as morning approaches, what would you all like to do?
I'm asleep.
What time of morning?
Whatever time you feel like you would want to wake up or leave your room.
Oh,
Never.
So not.
all right, I'm awake. What's up, world? Let me sit down. Pull up my chair.
You're just gonna have a fully table, and you're gonna be like back another 3 feet. And you're gonna have all right. Open the door. Oh, sure is stormy outside.
I definitely pictured Vireo like grabbing a chair and like dragging it across the room.
Like this one.
to put it next to another chair that looks the exact same.
And sit in the second chair.
Yes.
What if he brought the chair hoping somebody would sit next to him?
I'm so lonely. Gosh. All right. Well, I start reading through. I don't think I gave all of the notes to the Goliath lady.
Mm-hmm. Nope. I think you just gave her
Some of them.
some somewhat pertinent ones, and you guys did also turn the bodies over to her as well.
Yeah. I'm going to look through some of the other notes that we had gathered from there.
All right, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Knowledge is power. Oh, fuck. 5.
Just sort of seems like a random gobbledygook. Just you kind of gather like more of the same. Maybe you're just looking at some of the same notes you saw before. Hard to tell because they're all kind of shuffled together. But just a little bit more like of the 2 bolts equals full control by whoever's in charge, and 1 bolt leaves the figures in question their natural faculties, but makes them highly suggestible to be controlled by said person.
Okay.
And you found a takeout menu as well.
Oh,
Somehow got in there.
I spent more time reading that than anything else.
Really nice dumpling house nearby.
Oh, wow. When did I grab this?
There's a pamphlet rack sitting next to me.
It just like fell off the corkboard. All right. Same morning kind of keeps pressing on. There is an employee of the establishment does come through to inform you that breakfast is being served nearby. Just a few doors down, there's like a sort of not quite a continental breakfast area, but like a small dining hall that you could head to if you did wish to eat. As the rest of the morning comes, the other patrons begin to stir, some leaving, some arriving. Madame Gloriana, at one point, Viria, you see her walk through the main area. She sort of gives you a curt nod as she heads in to grab some food.
Oh, I get up because I assume that's what she wants to talk to me. I assume that's what this means.
Okay.
So I get up and I shuffle over. I'm like, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I was just... Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Did you sleep well?
I slept pretty good. Best sleep I've had, I don't know how many times in the last 60 years, so it's pretty good.
That's very good then. Are you all prepared for the task at hand?
I think so. Furio slaps his bicep and his bat wing just kind of swings there a little bit.
Like a nice bulgy bicep on top, but just...
Yeah.
Bingo arms.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like,
Um,
still also muscly.
I come over.
Like there's muscle under it, but it's just kind of extra skin.
Yeah.
I would like to come over as well to
Okay,
this
you've gotten up and
conversation.
okay, yeah, you can see Gloriana and Virio making their way down the hall.
I do have a question.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning.
It's not push-ups, it's mostly push-ups.
Very, very nice. I know
It's the wrong muscle.
we've come up with a plan for going to the council meeting. Do we know when they meet? I mean, is it an all-day affair or?
They will be meeting very shortly. The council chambers opens in an hour or so. We have a time slot sort of set in, unless you all would like to strong arm your way in. I believe that was on the table when we last spoke, but I was under the impression that we were not going to do that.
Oh, if we have a time slot, that would be perfect. I just want to make sure that we arrive there with enough time.
Certainly, yes. I was planning on departing fairly recently, or fairly soon after we all have eaten and awoken.
Do they know it's us?
What?
I walk out of like the breakfast area with like a bunch of stuff.
They merely are aware that they will be meeting with my organization.
Does your facility offer wake-up calls?
Yes.
We need one. Like
Certain-
now.
Which
It's desperate times.
who's who?
Kismet.
I see.
I haven't been to the food hall, but I know that they're not there.
Very well. She turns and Brutus, and like gestures, and the Minotaur that you all had seen in the hallway when you arrived yesterday comes out, like large, super jacked Minotaur guy with like a long beard that's braided with all sorts of like gold and silver threads through it and like bells attached to his beard. Yes. We need someone to do a wake-up call upstairs, the young pale one's room. Yes,
And
mistress.
Brutus, the louder the better. And they really would prefer something violent almost. I mean, they like to sleep, so this is their preference, and I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
23.
Okay. He walks over and like you see him like walk over to a like a shelf that has like some silver like platters on it, and he like picks one up and like kind of gently tilts the silver sitting onto it onto the shelf, and also grabs like an umbrella and starts making his way up the stairs.
Is the second Thunder Sheet reference in like 10 minutes?
Could have been.
I'm gonna toss Virio a pastry and go, oh, breakfast and a show. I want to see this.
I turned to Fenric and I said, did you hear the madam say I had strong arms? I wasn't paying much attention, but I heard strong arm, and I'm pretty sure that was about me.
I don't know, you or me or both. Yeah, that works.
I go to the breakfast hall and make myself a cup of tea, and I smile to myself.
Okay.
Very quietly.
So Brutus makes his way up the stairs. Kismet, from the outside of your room, maybe you're resting between asleep and awakenedness, but you hear a
Closed.
and then you hear a as your door is kicked open and this giant minotaur man who is like sparkling and jingling is just banging this platter to shit and goes, "Wake up, Cole! I have a wake up call! Time to come downstairs and get some breakfast."
I'm like,
"Hello, I'm Brutus. I work here."
Is he just shouting over the
Yes,
disc?
he's not stopping.
oh my god. I like pull the pillow over my
At
head.
this point, Trevor's probably like barking at him
Yes,
as well, so there's
yes.
just a fucking ruckus coming from your room. And like even down in the dining hall, like Aurora, you hear the distant just like clang, 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 clang.
I just smile.
I guess everyone's getting a wake-up call.
And he just like he continues.
I roll out of bed in the blanket, like onto the ground, and just like stand up with the blanket, like,
Are you awake now?
yeah, yes.
Okay. And he nods and like, turns around and walks out of the room.
I will go down to breakfast in the blanket.
So you see a somewhat shaken looking Kismet come down the stairways, wrapped in blanket, looking a little bit jarred, possibly.
Bedhead with all that hair.
Just,
yeah.
Did Brutus come down as well?
yeah, he came back down and like set the platter down and like put the things back on it and put the umbrella away.
I give him a gold piece.
Oh, thank you.
That was everything I ever wanted it to be.
Good. If you have further need of my services, please just inquire. And he like bows and turns and kind of shuffles away. Roland, what are you doing?
So I finally reattuned to my amulet of the actor, because that's apparently just been in my inventory since the reboot.
Roland's just had a cool necklace the whole time.
Yeah, and then I'll just be eating breakfast and I suppose rejoin the group.
Alright, so shortly into your guys' meal, Madame Gloriana lets you know that the carriage will be departing in about half an hour or so. So make yourselves ready and meet her by the front door. And she walks away.
So remind me what exactly the plan is again.
I thought you were asking me, I was like, if I have to explain this
No.
for a fourth time.
I was waiting for it.
We're gonna bring some bodies, and we're gonna let these bodies hit the floor.
I was fucking
Ah!
My mouth was open and everything.
Yes, we're gonna bring the evidence to the council and explain just everything that has been happening and going on.
Do we have to pretend they aren't bodies this time?
I think we can just bring the bodies.
Yeah, they've got a carriage. We can just throw them in the back.
Maybe.
I do want to surprise him as much as possible, so we catch him off guard.
Put it
Yes,
in a
with
box.
the appointment that we have made with the council.
No, they don't. They don't know that we're there. They know that it's Gloriana.
Yeah, I suppose.
Wait, so
Gloriana's been in the city for a long time.
And we're gonna bust in there in her time slot and be like, make way.
I thought so. That's what we discussed with Gloriana.
Yeah.
Gloriana made the appointment for us.
Yeah, okay.
Is there a
Okay.
carriage that's going to pick us up from... I mean, we have arrangement for how we're getting there and stuff?
Yeah, Madame
Alright.
Gloriana said she will meet you out front to
Okay.
transport to all
Hey,
of you.
once we do this, are we going to be like in trouble? Not with Like, well, it
Have we
might
ever
be.
worried about that?
I'm just saying.
Are we out of trouble right now?
Well, I mean, like, immediate have to run sort of thing.
I just ate.
Like, well, digest. We have half an hour.
I don't want to run on a full stomach.
As we're talking,
Nom, 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 nom.
let's start walking towards the front for meeting her as we're talking.
The point I'm trying to make is, do I need to be ready to run after? Because
Ready to run.
Did Aurora?
No, it was the overalls. I needed to sing Dixie Chicks, I guess.
Aurora?
Oh.
Big fan.
I was waiting for it. That was great. Do you have all your stuff, or is it up in your
Well,
room still?
yeah. Oh no, I have my fanny pack, but no.
Well, just put your tennis shoes on in case. You
I
have to run.
always wear my boots. The same.
Well, can you
boots.
run in your boots?
Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
No,
I don't get it.
Stop. This is an emotional readying.
Oh,
You've never had to run at a moment's notice?
My strength is 0.
that's
Your
nice.
strength is all inside.
I'm saying we're about to go in when nobody knows we are going to be there with a wanted, big, like FBI's most wanted, and 2 bodies. And this council is run by a guy that puts bolts in people's necks and controls them.
Just don't yell that out here.
We're in this house. Are we
It's like
going
an
to?
inn.
Are we going to need to run?
We'll have more fight.
Well, one or the other.
Let me check my crystal ball for you real quick. Actually, you know what I really want Fenrir to do? He's gonna reach in his pocket and pull
He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a middle finger. We're always ready to run.
I use minor illusion and make it look like it's on fire.
Cool! I start waving it to put it out.
It just keeps going.
I switch fingers.
It's still the middle finger is still on fire.
I clap. What happens?
It's still there.
Not in this one? Damn it.
No, it's just gonna
I
stay
thought I
there.
had superpowers.
Wait, did you
It's
just
gonna
did you just give him a firebird?
It's gonna
Ah.
stay, and it's gonna stay for 1 whole minute.
Okay.
About this time, you all can hear a loud voice coming down the stairway where the rooms were, and you can see Augie and Skull Paddle coming down the stairs, and Skull Paddle is just talking Augie's ear off, and Augie's like holding a cup of coffee and is like slumped down with like bags under his eyes.
Who left Augie with Skull Paddle? Was it us?
Maybe. This is what it's like when you hang out with Hugo, though. It's the worst. You just talk.
I just don't put myself in that position.
What, around Hugo? That's fair.
Yeah.
Coming downstairs, like Augie sees you guys and like makes his way over to you, and like you can still just hear Skull Paddle. And that's the 32nd way I found how to clean goose poop out of your bed sheets.
Oh no.
Yours his specifically, or yours generally?
They only had a double room left.
I'm sorry.
I haven't slept.
Oh.
He doesn't sleep.
You had a sleepover.
I had a stare at the ceiling over.
Over where? Oh, in your room? Okay.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean Augie's gonna be exhausted, does it?
maybe.
Maybe you should sit this one out, bud.
Why'd you call Augie his name in third person? Aurora, no.
Oh,
I'm right here.
I was talking about. I actually do that a lot. I feel like
I don't
Aurora
know.
talks
See, I don't
about
know if he's
people
gonna be
like while they're
exhausted.
standing
About
next to her.
them to
But
other
she's talking
people.
to other people though.
Mm-hmm.
I think Aurora does that
That's
a
a
lot.
fun character trait.
Yeah.
But I feel like
It's purposeful.
if he's that tired, you'd be like, is he going to be exhausted? And yeah, like a slide whistle on the back of it too.
Maybe you should
It is
sit
like a subtle way of like dehumanizing them though.
Maybe.
No.
Yes, it is. Maybe sit in the car.
I can wait in the car. I can sleep in the car. I'll sleep in the car.
Uh-huh. Don't get mistaken for a body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna throw you on the ground and be like, haha, evidence.
I guess that's it.
Wait, but that would be so funny. We're gonna put 3 bodies down and be like, who the fuck is this? And he pops out and goes, ha!
Uh-huh.
I don't think I can pop up right now.
That's a good point.
He'd stay dead.
I'm evidence.
Just kick him.
He's really gotten into character. Way to role play.
Just like kicking a body. Oh wait, no, that's Trey. My bad.
Your foot gets stuck in the hole.
Oh no.
Oh, God, get it off.
Gross.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it time to go? Are we still waiting for Gloriana?
Yeah.
About that point, you can see Gloriana coming out. She steps around and has appeared to change for the council meeting. She wears a dark purple cloak, sleeveless of course, over a set of deep gray leather armor whose edges are engraved with a pale silver paint which appears to blur when she moves. She steps out towards the door, sort of gestures for you all to follow, and pushes the front doors open. The day outside is overcast and a bit chilly. The smell of the sea air is very, very potent this morning as you step out, and you can all kind of see your breath faintly in the mist. A very massive carriage is waiting out front. It looks like this carriage can hold maybe like 12 people in it.
Jesus.
And it is pulled by 3 guard drakes.
Fucking Bo Batten's carriage.
Pretty much, yeah. And sitting at the helm of it, you do recognize your previous cab driver, Carol. He sort of gives you a...
What up, Carol?
Didn't tell anyone about the stuff we did.
What stuff you did?
When we did all
That's
those
my
terrible things.
What terrible?
No,
Serious.
Virio. He's
Wink. And then...
Did he say wink or
He did.
wink?
He did not wink. He just said wink.
Got it.
And the 2 doors on the side of the carriage sort of fly open, and then the set of stairs lowers itself down.
I'm like
to the ground.
Uber XL.
This is fancy.
Hey, don't be rude. It's collide.
Madame Gloriana steps in. Augie follows. Skull Paddle stands behind the group expectantly. So, I'll come with you, yeah?
I vote no.
Didn't you say that if we say no, you'll come? Is this a reverse psychology sort of thing, or is it just yes either
What
way?
is psychology?
Skull Paddle, I don't know if we would. We wish you could come,
Hey, Skull Paddle, can
but we
you-
know that your geese cannot come.
I just summoned them out of nothing.
So
Geese
you don't
out of
have
nothing?
physical geese with you?
I don't carry a flock of
Yes.
geese around with me. That'd be crazy.
There's only enough room in the carriage for us. If you want to come with, you have to run alongside the carriage.
I could sit with that guy up in the seat.
No, he is allergic to turtles.
Oh no. Go ahead and make persuasion / deception checks.
Why are you making?
Both of us?
Yeah,
Or-
you would make persuasion.
Okay.
Ryan would make
You
deception.
guys are making a persuasion check to tell him he's not welcome.
To see how he
That's a
takes it.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
11.
Okay. He sort of like looks at the ground for a minute and he goes, "Oh. Okay, well,
Hey, Skull Paddle.
uh-huh.
We're gonna need to make a quick exit out of this, so if you could watch this house to make sure it stays safe.
You need me to be lookout?
You need to
Hugo loves to have me be lookout.
you need to watch this place and make sure it's chill for us to come back to.
Got it. I will be as a goose in the darkness.
Perfect.
I
And he
guess
sort of like
perfect. I don't know about that one.
so like puffs up his chest and like walks like directly across the street and just sits on the ground.
Mm-hmm. I gesture at everyone else.
I have root and fly up and perch next to Carol as I get in.
Perfect. Hello. Thank you.
What does Carol think he said? Rooted it? He?
Yeah, whatever.
He's a bird.
He-
They're a bird.
It's a bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Sorry, bonk.
No idea. You just saw a bird land next to him and
Shush.
squawk at him.
Push back.
You hurt me.
No, I didn't. I just pushed you away from pizza.
So as you all load into the cart, it's still relatively early. The cart begins to make its way through the city, and the silence of the city sort of looms over you as you make your way through. You can very clearly hear the wheels of your cart sort of clicking on the cobblestone streets. Very few murmurs of the city bustling to awaken. As you ride past the marketplace, through your windows you can see a group of hammers and chevaliers chatting calmly and drinking coffee as they laugh amongst themselves. You can see a gnomish woman and a young dwarven gentleman arm wrestling as the gnomish woman sort of pounds the dwarven guy's arm down in his full armor, and the group gets a good laugh out of it. As you pass by the College of Ashar, a heavy fog sits nestled among its giant towers and large, colorful, glass-stained windows. A few students sit on its steps, reading and drinking hot drinks, paying you no mind, as you round the northern edge of the campus. You can see before you what can only be the seat of the Council of the Seven. Sitting higher than any building within the city, a red, spiraling road leads up to a pale, white stone marble building. Dome-shaped, it sits solitarily among the large fog banks and possibly some clouds, surrounded by elegant green hedges which make way only for golden sigils of the 7 merchant lords of Ashar. As you approach the front gates, you are greeted by 4 hammers of Meradrin and 4 chevaliers who nod when they see Madame Gloriana step out and open the large gold leaf doors before you as you step in. Looking within, you can see that the 7 sigils of the merchant lords are emblazoned on the wall again. And down at the end of a very large waiting room, you see a set of thick double doors, which Madame Gloriana informs you leads up the stairs to the council chambers.
Do we just go up them?
When our time is called, yeah.
Okay.
Do we have a ticket number? Or...
They'll just announce.
You don't have a buzzer?
No.
The little
A
vibrating
table,
guy?
a table
yes.
ready buzzer?
No,
Yes, but magical.
The guards will let us know when it's our turn.
I see.
I've been there before.
How do we want to carry the
Applebee's.
the merchandise?
Evidence.
Oh, I have some people, and she sort of waves on, and 4 of the guards walk in carrying large, somewhat ornate wooden boxes with big handles on them.
Yeah.
And they carry
Excuse
them in
me.
and set them down.
Evidence chests.
They'll
The evidence lockers. Yeah.
they'll carry them up the stairs when the time comes. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna look inside the box.
all right, you crack it open. Just even or odds.
Even.
Jesus.
All right. As you lift, it's not locked or anything. It's just
Yeah.
a lifting one hinge thing. You look inside and you can see Trey Crestwin's body.
I close it and I was like, checks out.
It's Penn and Teller. An hour passes. Another hour passes. About 4 hours of waiting, and then eventually,
Oh my god.
Oh my.
yeah, you guys are waiting for a
Seriously,
while.
though.
Um,
I make you pull out your notebook and we play dots in it.
Oh my god.
yes.
Notes that are on
Yes.
there for all too.
You're just going through words of things.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I want to make a perception check and just the room in general, and how's the room smell
Sure, go ahead.
at this point
When we,
with these
when,
with these
Have we
dead
opened the
bodies
dead
after
body
4
box?
hours. Well,
when
18.
18. You don't really pick up a necrotic scent. The bodies have only been dead for maybe 12 hours. They
Wait, it has to have been longer than that.
It was just
Little bit.
overnight.
It's just last night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost September.
No!
Dun, 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 dun. But
That's
a
Kizma's favorite song.
wake me up. Don't.
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
Hey, you remember that time when you played at the bar?
Hammer of Meradrin does make their way over to you in their heavy plate armor and inform you that you are next up in the council.
How long?
No.
Oh!
Yeah, you gotta work on your next up wording though. That,
Next up. No.
like batter spot. Okay, like
Okay,
now.
bye!
Thank you.
Do you need help carrying these?
Oh, we have to
We have
carry
people.
them?
Wait, don't we have
I
people?
thought the guards.
Yes, the
Oh.
hammers that are at the door helped carry them in. Would you like to have them carried upstairs, or would you like to do that yourself
Please
up next?
carry them for us.
I give him a gold piece and I say, "You carry it."
He like whistles, and the four hammers at the front door come in and grab onto the boxes.
I give them each a shiny gold piece.
All right, perfect.
Both sides.
They crack open the front of the double doors in the hallway, and you head up a long, flat, wide set of stairs. There are stained glass windows leaning up, depicting various historical moments of the merchants of Ashar and their formation, until you arrive at the top of the chambers. And seated before you, there you are. Seated before you, as you step into the room, you can see over to your right a
Oh god,
long.
are we going to have to write all this down?
Not
Should
necessarily.
I draw a dungeon map?
I never have to write anything down.
You see a long,
I
curved
just forget.
bench with 6 council members seated at it. You see a gnomish gentleman, a stoic-looking elven woman.
Is this left to right or right to left?
Sure.
Just picture it.
I am.
A very sun-beaten elf smoking a cigar. A ginger blonde dwarf with thick curly braids and a thick, just chin strap beard. A very bland-looking human man. And then you see Tyrig Stonejumper sitting at the seat closest to you as you step in.
Does he like?
Give us a look or anything?
Make a perception check.
How many members are supposed to be on the council?
7,
And how many are sitting there?
6.
Okay.
We have
Just
the
got
7.
to double check my math. I was like,
no
I
worries.
can't remember.
Which seat is empty?
The one on the second to the left.
Hildy's.
But yes, Hildy Winterglyph is missing.
14.
Okay, well, yes.
14, yeah. He gives you like a
Um,
nod as you step in.
I don't respond, but
As you step in, the gnomish gentleman stands up, says, Madam Gloriana, what brings you to the council of the 7 merchant lords of Ashar? She says, my compatriots have been gathering evidence, which I believe the council will find most interesting to our innermost workings. And she takes a step back and sort of gestures for you guys to step forward.
Do we know what any of the other ones look like? Like Sony Tark? Do we ever figure
we've
out?
seen him.
Yeah.
We have
Seen
seen
it.
them?
The
You saw
jelly
the
man.
ooze, yeah.
The
Showed you
jelly
what he
man
looks
looked like him.
Okay.
He looked like Tony Stark, which is why this all happened.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not here.
He is not in this room.
So, is he? He's not like an actual member of the
No,
council.
he just runs
No,
the city.
he's like
Correct.
he's like the city.
he's like the
regent.
puppeteer.
Yeah.
He has a lot of these people in front of us in his pocket.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else like a public, like when Congress is meeting and you can sit in the public space and watch?
There appear to be some benches for like if someone is coming in with a large crowd, or like say there's like a assembly of workers who would need to meet with the entire council. They do have seating for that. There does not seem to be anyone else present in the room. There are, across the room, there's another door at which there are one Chevalier and one Hammer of Miragin, which are also standing on the other sides of the door that you came through. And there's a large glass window behind all the seating.
Did the
Nice.
sorry?
No, it's fine.
Did the Hammer see us open the chest? Did they know what's in the boxes that they carried?
As far as you know, they are not aware.
Okay.
Because they're like the courthouse
Yeah, they
guards
just
that
were-
like went and grabbed it.
They just picked up the boxes and brought them in.
Okay.
Uh,
have they left their room now?
The ones that
except
carry
for the couple that
yeah,
are like.
the 4 that are guarding the doors are in the room, but the 4 hammers that helped you carry it up, as soon as they set them down, they turn around and went back
Perfect.
down the
Because I was
stairs.
gonna tell them they didn't really want to be there if they hadn't.
I lean over to Kismet and I'm just like, remember the collars situation here in the city? I like put my finger in my little swirly motion, like, these are all of the people who can change that very quickly. Play nice.
Well, do you have anything? Do you have anything to say?
We have brought something that is. It's bad news. There's no other way to put it.
I totally want Kismet to go like full actor and just like stride out in front to go. So.
I'm just a simple country sorcerer.
Yeah. When Aurora starts speaking, does anybody react to her being Aurora?
I have not disguised myself at all.
Yeah.
Minus the fact
Minus
that
your
I've changed my haircut.
Yeah, that's right. No. Tyrig is aware of who you are.
Yeah.
Wow, no. Okay. Cot. And no.
Nice.
Wow.
There was one K in there.
Yeah.
No
So
haircut.
like when she starts speaking.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check on the council members as she begins speaking.
18.
At 18, okay. You see the stoic-looking elvish woman sort of give like a squint and a head tilt, but she doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
That could mean anything.
I think that the easiest way for us to begin this conversation would be to just show you what we have found, and then we can decide any next steps that need to be made.
Very well.
And the guards have left now, right? Or no?
Just the 4 at the doors,
Okay, so I start to open one of the boxes.
right?
Are we just gonna open it without
Without what?
more build up? Come on.
You flip open one of the boxes. Do you?
I don't know, I'm starting to open it.
Who?
You're not
Do
stopping me.
Do you know which one is which? That's what I was just.
I
I'm
was
trying to
about
figure
to
out.
ask you.
I don't think I would, because I
Alright.
didn't look in them.
Evens or odds?
Evens.
All right. As you flip it open, you see the mangled face of Hildy Wintercliff with the
So-
tentacles.
I take the lid of the box off.
Are they raised up enough to be able to see into
Can they
it?
see inside?
They are like somewhat set above you guys, so you are. It's not like they're like way the hell up here like in like cartoon Judge Dreams, but like they're slightly elevated.
Thank you. Cartoon Judge Dream.
You all know what I meant.
Oh, 100%.
Or the series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, but they are like partially elevated.
Like duck court.
yes, like Duck Court.
So
Anyone wondering where the 7th member of your council is today?
We have sent runners to Hildy Wintercliff's home.
I reach in the box and grab her hand and go.
There's like there's an audible like you feel like a hush and like a gasp kind of go over the room.
I will stare at you like,
The gnomish gentleman like, what is the meaning of this?
what a great question!
I pull her out, like, prop her up so that they can see her face. And I go, well, as you can see, well, yeah, she's dead, but she's also, like, an unlithid.
So Hildy Winterglyph had attacked us, and we learned that she was in fact an Elithid. And does she still have the... She doesn't
Tentacles?
have the bolts? Did she ever have the
She
bolts?
never had bolts.
She never had bolts, sorry.
No.
And we have very strong reason to believe that Hildy, as an Elithid, has been working for Arcos Pashard.
Got it.
Arcos Pashard.
Hildy
Wait,
Winterglyph has been
Bouchard.
working for Arcos Bouchard. Towards what end?
Towards controlling this council. Towards controlling all of you.
Can I have? I
Controlling the
wanted
city.
to watch. I wanted to watch everybody for a reaction. Well,
Okay.
I know there was a reaction. I wanted like the Elithid reaction,
Sure.
not just to me grabbing the dead body and flailing it around.
All right, go ahead.
19.
They are all shocked. Except, well, no, Tyra would be shocked as well. So yeah, they're all just like flabbergasted.
And what we have here in our other box, which is also body shaped, is another body. Just gonna throw that out there right away.
Okay.
Is that
If you were going to your plan B,
Hildy, as an Elithid, also killed Trey
That's way.
Testwind, who would have been the next in line.
I don't know if you say that.
I'm like looking at you. You gonna prop him up too?
Do I need to? Okay, I put Hildy down and I go over and I go like, it's him, and then I turn him around and go, see, his skull's missing because the Elithid, Hildy
also-
attacked him and killed him. We tried to save him, but we were just a little too late.
The gnomish gentleman who's been doing most of the talking kind of looks a little like green around the gills.
He hit. Do gnomes have gills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See gnomes.
Down. Put him down.
Oh,
We also-
sorry, Trey.
This
So-
all occurred in the Wonder War.
Wonderwall.
Before you continue, I
Okay.
would like you to make a persuasion check.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Gonna do a little skill contest here.
Evidence speaks for itself.
Does it?
Alright, roll on it. Okay. What am I doing? Insight? No.
Nope.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Dirty 20.
All right. Okay, continue.
This all occurred in the
The warehouse.
WWW.
Whistling Willie's Welding?
Yes, the Whistling Willie's Welding.
Wildy Glyph.
We received it. And when we arrived there was a mechanical laboratory that had connected people to mechs.
Oh,
Why are you guys making me decide, say this? I don't
Oh
remember.
shit. We didn't get a chance to tell
You're kind of like.
To the mechs. And these machines were connected to people who we may know.
Ooh.
The
But
human
we
man
are-
sort of leans forward and says, "What do you mean, mechs?"
Sentinels.
Sentinel. Robotic people things that are weapons. Weaponized people.
I'm like,
I grab out the notes that I have on the mechs. And I walk over and I'm like, Exhibit C. And then I walk over and I make an A in front of the first body and then a B in front of the second body.
At this time, though, they knew that we were there, and we fear that. I fear that the evidence will have been taken away by now. But we did take some of their notes
and the bodies.
and these
Ac-
two bodies.
Actually, because I had, what's her face Gloriana send some runners to the.
Yeah.
we did.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
they,
that's
did they
right.
come back
Not yet.
in the night? Oh, really?
Okay, so
To go and try to save that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, that's
protect the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So Madame Gloriana did send some of her staff to go and investigate as well, but we have not heard from them yet, and we don't know what has been found by them as well.
They have been informed that upon recovery of any more evidence, they will bring it here, says Madame Coriana. So you went into a defunct manufacturing facility, and beneath it you found large sentinels. How is this connected to Arcos Bishard? Could he not simply have been building sentinels to protect the city? We have incursions from the barbarians to the south on occasion.
Do any of you know the name Brastash?
At that, there are a few, not quite snickers around the council, but you do see a few, like, smirks. The human man continues, yes, we are aware of Quincy Brastash.
These mechs were her design. She was working on them secretly in her lab. And on our way to the city, she was taken by Arcos. And Arcos took the mechs that were in her lab.
Interesting.
So we believe she's been in the city for quite some time, but we have not been able to contact her.
Well, if she was in the city, she would have to keep a low profile. She formerly resided in the city of Zadara, and after several ill-planned experiments, was politely asked to remove herself. Yes.
This is a DM question, because I'm trying to remember something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Did the slime bag who showed us Arcos Bishard...
I thought you were just talking about Arcos.
Did he witness Arcos and Quincy together?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to call on Slimebag because I have that as a thing that we could do. Remember? You could call on him.
You can
you
call
can
on
summon
him. Yes.
him.
How are you going to summon him?
Nicely.
I don't know what his name is.
He didn't give you a name.
The Oblex. The
Yeah,
Oblex.
I would. Virio. I'm going to turn to Virio. Virio, do you know how to summon the Oblex?
A giant transportation circle.
O'Reilly?
Wait.
We can use him to prove that Quincy and Arcos were in the same place.
How would we summon him? Did we get something from him so that we could summon him at some point?
He gave you his word that if you were to call on him in a time of need, he would come to your aid.
But he
It
didn't
also
say.
would be his word adding to it. Like we can't prove. Really.
He can transform into people he's seen.
Yeah. Can you Can I have that scroll back? The talking
There
one?
you go.
The talking scroll.
Can I have the talkie one? I gave it.
We can prove to you that Quincy
Can I
Brastash and
please
You
have
mean you're
the talking
Arcos.
scroll?
Arcos
You
took
mean
Quincy
the
Brastash.
sending scroll? I toss it to you.
Just pulled it out of your bag.
Well,
You somehow
meanwhile,
rolled it up the
everyone is
other
just
way.
watching this.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Okay, you do that.
alright. I hand it to Aurora.
So as you said, the mechs, you said you were encouraging him to build mechs to protect your city, which seems like a good thing, which also seems like it correlates with what we found. Would you, as a council, support mechs that cost the lives of your citizens to run in order to make them work?
What do you mean, cost the lives of citizens?
Arcos and Hildy, as the Elithid she is, were using souls to power these and had taken 4 hostages, 3 of which are now confirmed dead, in order to power the Sentinels that you say you supported.
2 of which were your parents.
Oh, no, not parents,
no,
son and daughter-in-law.
Oh, your
They're Billy's parents.
Oh, yeah. Your
So
son and daughter-in-law.
as you say that, Tyrig stares like, what?
Sorry. We didn't
Fucking
get to
least
tell
tactfully
you.
way to do that one.
Found them?
Yeah,
Yes.
They were
dead.
dead. I assumed they had been missing for a while.
How closely did Arcos keep a watch on them?
I don't know. I can't.
Seems pretty close.
Apparently pretty close.
I
Um,
I give you a fist bump roll and we said the same thing at the same time.
Not looking.
how do you mean that they're used to power the mechs? Are they inside the mechs? Or?
Uploaded?
Well, we don't actually
Is
know.
this in your notes?
Their brains were plugged into the mechs.
I don't know if I can't read these things.
Yeah, we're making assumptions.
Can I
about
read-
this. We don't actually know how it's
Go ahead,
done.
Roland.
John,
Yes.
were the people that were on the like the beds, the people that were plugged into the robots?
Yes.
Did they have bolts in their necks as well?
They had tubes coming out of their brains.
Yeah. You guys did check. None of them had bolts.
They're not mutually
attached to
exclusive.
Okay.
No,
I
none of
did
them
not
had
hear
bolts.
The answer. Okay.
Noted. Thank
Okay,
you.
let's talk over each other. Yes, none of them had bolts connected to the back of their heads. They just had the devices on their, like the tops of their skulls to connect them to the mechs.
We never like checked. I guess you tried to check the drawings and you couldn't read them.
But yeah, I've checked them a few times.
We asked Hildy. I'm pretty sure she told us.
Did she say that they were uploading? That they were like was it like souls or like life force, whatever?
This is us just remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
did
worries.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
I don't know if she said.
Did you explain that?
She said that the mechs in the room were the finished product.
And to not worry about the dead people on the slabs that I was
Yeah.
killing.
Yep. So it seems like it may be like a consciousness, not necessarily a soul per se that she alluded to, but a consciousness being uploaded into them.
Like they would need an AI to run, and they were getting it uploaded from a body.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, read the thing.
Alright,
So you have a scroll of sending.
I have a scroll sending. I open it. What do I see?
You see a spell, and you just simply recite the incantation while I double check what that spell exactly does. I believe you
Okay.
have 25 words,
And they have 25 back.
and they have 25 back.
I
Yep.
read the spell.
Sorry,
But
can I
I-
come to the phone right now? Please
Sorry,
leave your
I'm
name.
looping my glob.
I literally have a note
It's
on
St.
my
Glorpy's
sheet that
Day.
says "Call on Slime Boy."
Yep.
Although this might not be helpful, but
Doesn't matter.
Good enough.
I assumed
it's happening now.
Happening.
I assumed it meant like make preparations, and then he would show up after his days of
Enchantments
travel.
of one.
I assume
He's
that's what's going to happen. And
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to do it.
on the same plane. So yeah, you can
Just assumed he would just show up.
No, I assume it's going to take a few days, and this is funny for me.
So
I don't know how it works.
that's right. You can send this spell out, and you have 25 words. You just feel like a connection to this Oblex's mind, and you have 25 words. What do you say?
That's not
one.
I have to say them now. I can write them down and then say them.
If you do it quickly.
You could have been composing your message while I was talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could
I feel like
use-
25
if
isn't
you
like
have-
that.
Do you have? Do you
You're
have
getting real close
So
to me.
we
I'm
need
sorry, this is
you
incomprehensible.
in a shar now.
25 is like a decent amount.
yeah. Do you have like Google Drive on your phone? Because you can use Docs and it can do word count.
Oh, it's fine. I got fingers.
6 down.
To show the council
Okay.
that Quincy Brastash was taken by Arcos Bouchard.
7 left. If you got anything
As
else.
soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
When can hear?
Please now. Okay.
You hear her.
Bye.
Love. Love.
There's like a pause on the other side, and after a few moments you hear, I will honor our agreement. I shall depart as soon as possible. If you have a way to help, please send it my way. Thanks.
I don't have a way to help.
So what did he say?
Yeah, I think you just heard this in your mind.
He said he would come as soon as possible, and if we have any way to help him arrive faster. But he didn't say where he was.
Over a year ago, I could test teleportation circle, but now I can't.
Excuse me, counsel.
Yes.
Do you have the ability to teleport something somewhere?
Or someone.
Or something.
Someone.
Go ahead and make a
That's
persuasion check. With advantage, as you're all sort of requesting.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dirty 20.
Alright, the gnomish gentleman stands up. You would probably recognize this guy, Virio, as he is Erwin Gavestone, the leader of the Arcania Magnifica research. So he's the council member in charge of the college.
Irwin Gaystone?
Erwin Gavestone.
Irwin Gay.
Erwin Gaystone is also very good.
That can be what you call him because you're just
Irwin.
Irwin.
Fucking Gaystone.
Gavestone.
Very well, Dr. Virio. I will take care of it. And you just hear a...
Yeah, we go
and
back.
he snaps into the air and he's gone.
He's good at this kind of thing.
And then there's a few moments. And a few moments later.
Oh, you ate him. Shit.
Hey, sorry. Thought that was a snack. No.
I thought it was sustenance for my journey.
A few moments later, though, you do see like a small circle sort of begin to spin in the center of the room between where you guys are standing. And then
Doctor Strange.
you see this large, bright crimson red ooze sort of like pulsating with like faces sort of pressing up against and then receding back in. And Erwin Gavestone, who reappears in his chair.
Wait, so is this not our... You said this is red ooze?
Yes,
This is not our ooze. Our ooze was green, wasn't it?
it was.
Oh, damn it. You got the wrong ooze.
No, he said he knew you. He said he's leveled up.
Oh,
Is it?
we're so
Is it
proud
you?
of you.
Wait.
Yes. Hello.
Can you only change into things that he's touched, right? Or
Things that he has
Seen.
observed.
I have Rookton behind my back. And I'm like, turn into Rookton.
Oh my god.
What's Rookton?
He's my bird. He was the raven who was with me. Damn it, I gave it away.
Yeah, now you gave it away.
Don't turn into any raven. Oh no. I know my Rookton.
You see like a shape begin to sort of pull out. You see these strands of ooze stretch out from the mass instead, and you see like a reddish Rookton begin to form, and it looks like a perfect copy of Rookton.
Now, council members, do you know what an oblex does?
Some of us do.
Perfect.
Also,
Same.
Then you know that an oblex will only show you what it observes.
and you saw where he came from.
Yes, I met him near the underroad entryway into some ruins.
Mm-hmm. So the likelihood that he would just run into someone like Argos Bouchard is...
Fairly low.
Where's the bathroom?
Back down the stairs to the left.
I'll be back.
Okay. Dario, out of the room. So would you like me to show him
Who
them
Quincy.
the figures? Very
Yes.
good.
Please.
And you see his form begin to sort of pulsate again, and a figure steps out from the central mass, and you see the tall, slender figure of Arcos Bouchard.
How many figures can he sustain at once?
He can only sustain one at once, but he has a very large library in his current form.
I wasn't sure if you could like make a lineup
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
and sing some Backstreet Boys with it.
Could you
And-
also tell them what you saw Arcos do?
In Arcos's voice, you hear the figure say, I witnessed this man and a group of black-robed cultists invade and desecrate my home in the ruins. They kidnapped a woman and took them with her and abandoned her companion who had been traveling down the road with them to the ruins within. These people saved my entire offspring and bloodline by cleaning out the ruins from these people who were attempting dark magics within my home. I then promised that I would aid them if they needed it in the oncoming days, months, years, and the like. And then he steps back into the central formation of the ooze, and a copy of Quincy Brash Dash steps out as well and says, if what they are telling you about this man is true, I believe him. And then she recedes back in as well. And then the ooze is just sort of sitting central mass there in the center.
Question, not to the council, to
Mhm.
John.
Uh-huh.
Would you count that as 1 minute of me hearing Arcos's voice?
Ooh, it's close. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd say just over a minute.
Yes.
This is all very disturbing. Kismet, you did a lot of talking for this second leg, so why don't you go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage. With the aid of the ooze being called in.
Oh, fuck.
Double ones.
1 and 2?
Woo.
Really?
Yeah. It's a 7.
7? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're dying out there. The elven woman with the cigar puts it out and leans forward and says, so, what exactly then are you alluding that Argos's plan would be then? To take over the city? Or take control of us? He's already a trusted member of this city. I don't know why it would be wrong. His methods are questionable, I'll grant you that from what I've seen. But I don't know why it's necessary to question the methods if the result itself is positive.
I lean over to Kismet. Pro collar.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Are you saying that the methods, as in killing the people to put into the mechs, is okay?
If you can break an egg and get an omelet, is that not the way the world works? If you can,
I don't know. I'm not a good cook.
if you throw away one piece and you get something larger and grander that comes out in its stead, would that not be worth it for the greater good?
I would like to hear what Tyrick thinks of that sentiment.
I would like to hear what Trey thinks of that sentiment.
She sort of like catches your eyes for a minute, Kismet, and kind of like very, very slowly gives a smirk and shakes her head and looks over to Tyrig, who stands up and says, I have been a supporter of Argos's plans over the last several years. However, seeing this brought to light, I do not believe that the methods that he is employing are conducive to a happy, thriving city that we all wish to call home. And while some of us may believe the ends justify the means, we are already secluded from the rest of what some of us would consider civilized society to the north, with the war and the blockade sitting where it sits. So doing anything to alienate ourselves further would only prove to be unhelpful in our attempts to rejoin society as a whole. So I withdraw support from Argos's plans, and I move that as Trey Crestwind clearly lies dead, that we bring in the next council member to take his place.
Does he look like he knows who the next one is?
Yep. The gnome down at the end of the other end of the table sort of looks down at him and like gives him like a weird like face. But he
Who's the next in line?
Didn't we tell you last night?
I don't know if we did.
guards, send for Billiam Stonejumper.
I thought I was going to, but I might have just fallen.
We might have
Slipped your mind.
forgotten.
Fenric's aware. I was playing on like.
Oh,
Yeah, that was my.
You just.
you're the plant.
Stone jumper?
You're the plant.
It's like we're not colluding at all.
You see one of the guards nod and run down the stairs soon after they return. So, this is all a lot of information to drop in our laps.
This is Billy talking.
No,
No,
it's
it's
the
the
gnome.
Okay.
He's not here.
I had a little bit of a. That was like Billy. So smart.
It was me the whole time. Yes.
Yes, Mr. No, gentlemen, sir.
Gravestone, Erwin Gravestone.
Yes.
Councilman Erwin Gravestone.
Dr. Muriel Tompkins.
Thank you. This is only vaguely related, but do you have a way to get the Obelix home?
I can return them presently, yes.
Just whenever they're ready. I want to make sure.
I am ready.
And the councilmen don't have any other questions for the Oblex?
Not at this time. They seem to have said all that is necessary, I believe, unless any of you have something else you wish them to
Thanks,
give
dude.
witness to.
Thank you.
See like a hand sort of like press up against it and give like a thumbs up, and Erwin begins to cast a spell, and you see the Oblex disappear from your sight.
Thank you. I didn't want him to have to walk home.
That is a fairly long journey. So, as I was saying, you have brought us all this information, and some of it seems to be on the level. I personally do not believe that you are telling tales out of school. However, what would you have us do? It's a normal expression, look it up.
Well, the request would be that, obviously, as certain individuals, such as Quincy Brastash, have been asked to politely leave the city as a form of justice, we request that you bring Arcos Bouchard to justice in a similar yet different manner.
What do you mean by that, Dr. Tompkins?
No roll.
I was like drawing a dagger.
It would be, I think, upon this council's decision making, a punishment that is equatable to, about how many accounts of murder now? 5 that we know of?
Only that we know of.
5 that we know of, and 1 kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a lot of bribery.
Yeah, and extortion.
And how many charges of... Nope. Behaving.
Yeah, and like, think about stuff in deep ways.
And I wink at Kismet. And I'm like,
So I'll have you guys make one more persuasion check. I'll let you guys decide who kind of took the lead on that last
I can do it.
video. You can either do it like with advantage, or like one person who was helping you out can also roll theirs.
someone else can help me.
Okay.
Was your stop mid sentence in
character, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Loved it.
No, they're doing it.
Nice.
15.
Okay. Well, I'm, though not 100% convinced, as words are simply words, I believe that actions have been taken.
Me and the
Putting it-
bodies.
Bodies.
A dead body's a dead body. That anyone could have killed that and sucked its brain out.
I peel part of the elephant, like, the elephant's skin off to show the elephant underneath. And I'm like,
While it is good evidence, and we will pore over these notes, I believe it's important that the man you're all testifying against has a moment to defend themselves.
Is there a way to bring Arcos here immediately so that he does not have time to prepare to flee?
He slams a knocker on his desk, and the other door on the far side of the room. You see Arcos Bouchard step out from behind it.
Was he listening the whole time?
Yeah.
He steps out, sort of surveys the crowd. You summoned me. These people have brought interesting allegations against you, Mr. Bouchard, and we would have you defend yourself against them. They claim you have been kidnapping and murdering civilians within the city to build a golden army to protect it, or whatever your means may be, claim that you wish to control the city further. What have you to say in your defense?
Sounds outlandish when he puts it that way.
Does anyone know some truth?
No.
Archie did.
Mr. Bouchard, would you like to take a seat?
You're gonna fucking make him drink out of your fucking cup?
I thought about it, but he's not gonna fall for that. But I wanted. Is he still in the doorway, or did he come
He's
over by
locked
everything?
out. He's standing
I
a
didn't want
healthy
him.
distance from you, but not right up.
I don't want to open the door and stand there and be like, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no,
I-
he's walked out.
Okay.
In this moment, hold on, I'm so sorry.
Don't do it.
I'll ramble while you're looking it up. These people bring interesting stories to your council chamber and waste the council's time. I am nothing if not a loyal public servant, from my humble beginnings as a simple enchanter to my rise into the college's ranks to, through your good graces, the most trusted citizen of this city. I do not know why these people wish to turn you against me. I would ask that the council take consideration when receiving the witness of this group, as one of them is a known criminal and is wanted with quite a heavy price on her head for the hostile and untenable takeover of her parents' company.
I lean over to Kismet and I just go, I think he invented the collar.
Just nosebleed.
I just want to cast Detect Thoughts on Arcos.
All right. What do that one's just like the sub.
It just happens. I don't think you.
You make a wisdom, right? To make sure she doesn't get everything.
Yeah, you get surface
Yeah,
thoughts.
surface level thoughts.
Do you have a?
Yeah. You initially learn the
D&D
surface thoughts.
Oh,
Wisdom
which one?
saving throw. If
Handbook,
it fails,
just
you
basic
get
players.
reasoning, emotional
Kelly
state,
has one.
and all of that.
Yeah. You have to do a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let me-
I'm trying to figure out if I have any second level spell slots right now.
We took a long rest.
Is in
So
level.
save is a 15.
I don't know if Paladin's gonna until later.
13.
13? Okay. So you
So
still
I
get his
guess-
surface level thoughts?
Yeah. I just want to know.
What you hear in his mind is surface level is protect myself. Aurora's here, so she's got hostile intentions. However, I believe I still have the council firmly in my hand, so I'm not worried.
Well, if you, okay, addressing what he was just saying. Sorry. Unfortunately, that's not what we're here to talk about right now. I think we should discuss the matter at hand first. If you are so confident in what you're saying and are totally speaking the truth, would you submit to a zone of truth, like a truth spell?
You wish me to submit myself to an unknown magic from a group of people traveling with a known criminal?
No, we know there's a dude right there on the council. That
I wanna take out my tankard of truth and give it to the arcanist and say, this is my tankard of truth, and it will basically cast zone of truth if Arcos drinks out of it. Can you verify this, please?
He like kind of squints an eye at you and reaches out to take the cup from you. And he looks it over. And he would have identify. The cup is, as they say, Arcos. While I think we need to put it to a vote as to whether or not we proceed in this direction. What say the rest of you? And he looks at the council. No.
Oh, my apologies.
I was so impressed with Fenric just now, and then he immediately, I was like,
Character choices.
There's some sort of like murmuring between the council members for a few moments, and eventually Tyrig stands up and says, "A vote would not be fair nor wise without a full council." And it is about that moment that the doors swing open. You see two tiny hands behind the doors and like, bah! And you see a small, stumpy dwarven boy with sandy brown hair toddle into the room. He looks around, sees his grandpa Tyrig, gives a big wave.
Wait, which is Tyrig?
Tyrig's probably got like the glummest face in the world right now.
He
too.
does. He looks very, very not angry, not sad. He just looks very tired.
Am I between them?
Yes, he would
do
be.
you think he waved
I'm
at you?
gonna wave back to Billy.
You were at my house.
Yeah.
Cool.
I knew that was coming at some point. That was gonna be funny.
One of the hammers.
Hey
would-
Billy, how you doing?
Good. I was throwing a rock into a pond, and then these strangers showed up and said I need to come with them. And it said Grandpa Tyrig said that I'm supposed to come to the work, so here I am.
You went with strangers.
Well, they said my Grandpa Tyrig sent them, so they're obviously
I need a password. You can always trust a stranger in uniform.
It was rocks.
Rocks. Rocks.
6969.
420, please.
420 plays it. And he walks
Get
around
stoned, man.
and plops down on the other side of the council
In the empty seat.
in the empty seat. So he's seated directly between Erwin Gavestone and the not the elven person who was smoking a cigar, but the other one on the far right end of the council. Not directly in front of Arcos, but on Arcos' side of the room.
What does Arcos look like in response to this development?
He's just patiently standing there.
He knew it was gonna happen.
What a little turd.
Tyrick leans over. He's like, "No, Billy, it's very important that you always tell the truth, isn't it?" "Yeah." "So we want to make sure that this man here is telling the truth." "Okay." And Erwin calls for a proper vote, and the vote is passed 4-3 to make Arcos take the test.
Sweet mother of God.
He shrugs and says, "Very well. I'm no enemy of the democratic process." And he takes the mug from you and drinks it.
I want to see if I can tell if it works.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the same thing. Because, like, the tankard... Does the tankard cast it? If I'm the owner of the tankard,
does the same effects. However, the whole
He
like
can still make
you,
a save.
there's still
he
you
still
know.
makes the save, but like you do not have that like knowledge of whether or not he
Damn.
fails or not.
I do. I can. I'm detecting his thoughts still. So maybe
How long does that
maybe I
last?
can get something until the duration.
What's the DC on that cup?
You didn't give it to me? But if it's just in truth.
What's your DC then? We can just use yours.
Ugh. 12?
12. You
Yeah,
rolled a
that's-
natural 14.
Nah, so we do know. You slipped it out.
So
fine.
would I know with detect thoughts that it's not working on him?
Detect thoughts remind me of the exact text on it.
I can just get.
You
Let's
can just
see.
maintain it.
For the duration, concentration. Oh, up to 1 minute.
Okay, so a minute is definitely passed.
Okay. Why does it say for the duration? Oh, for the duration of the spell, which
Yeah.
is 1 minute.
Yep.
I
like
assume
that
the
tankard
duration.
should have a higher DC on it because you have to convince them to drink out of it.
Okay, so the DC's 15. He still passed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Arcos, are the allegations brought against you true? No. I mean, I am constructing mechs for the city's defense with the aid of, formerly with the aid of Hildy Winterglyph, who has unfortunately passed before her time.
How'd you know that?
If Billy Stonejumper is here, it stands to reason that the seat has been emptied. I'm sorry, who are these people? I'm aware of the criminal. I don't know the rest of them.
I walk up to him and I say, "I'm Dr. Virio Tompkins. Pleasure," and I extend my hand for a handshake.
He reaches out.
I shake his hand. It's a bit of a pleasure to actually meet you. I'm a professor here at the university, and for quite some time, and I must say that your works with mind control have been quite amazing.
Simply methods to control unruly beasts that roam the land, but have proven useful in driving larger beasts or giants and the like away.
So, like Kyrian, your right-hand man.
Your former right-hand man came looking for a job to me when you... what was it? Destroyed your parents' mind?
Would the councilmen know Kyrian as?
Possibly
Someone who works.
vaguely.
Because I think it would be wise to bring him in
I
if we're looking for more evidence of mind control.
Certainly. Why don't we have the whole of Zadara come on up and bear witness against Arcos Bouchard? I'm certainly not denying that I've possibly wronged people on my way. Those in power often do not get where they are without wronging someone, but everything I did for the city.
I want to do something, like, kind of secretly.
Okay.
While this is all going on, I want to use my scrying ball, and I'm going to use a sorcery point to cast quickened spell to cast scrying.
Okay.
And I want to see Quincy.
Okay.
Where is she?
All right. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you're using a sorcery point, so I'd say that would let you get advantage on that.
14.
Okay. So as you cast Scry, you see a large circular room.
Mm-hmm.
In the center of it, you see a sphere suspended by cables.
Mm-hmm.
And in that room, sort of tethered to something, you see Quincy Brassdash sitting at a counter tinkering with something.
Mm-hmm. She's tethered. Is it like a bond?
It's
Like
she's
bonded.
like on her ankles you see these two long like cables not suspending her, but tethering her to something.
Okay. If I like let go of this ball, does the vision still stay there? That's like a mechanics thing.
How long does scrying last?
Up to 10 minutes.
Okay. I believe once you like break the concentration portion of it to like look around and stuff, you do lose the scry spell.
How many uses per day does that thing?
Once per week.
Rough.
Okay, well, that's what I'm doing in the meantime while I decide what I want to do next.
So you say that that you've done some stuff to control beasts, correct?
Yes.
Do you consider the citizens of this city to be beasts?
Certainly not.
Then why have you gone through with the production of these? And I take out the two metal rods that I have.
The bolts? Okay.
And I hold them out in front of him.
No idea what those are.
Insight check.
Go ahead. I'll make one for the council.
I was gonna say,
as
do the
well.
council members make insight checks too?
I want to know if he's telling the truth. No, he's totally telling the truth. Damn it, he knows nothing.
You and the council, hard to tell.
All right. I put him back in my pocket.
Wait, can Kyrian be summoned here?
He could be sent for, I suppose. Arcos, could you send for your man? Would that I could, Council, but Carrion's on a very important mission for the protection of our city right now, and if he's pulled away, something terrible could happen to him.
Stop looking at me like that.
I picture Aurora just saying that to Argos.
You know, I'm like, because he has the bolts in his neck, which Arcos is saying that he has never ever seen before.
Well, you could
and
say
knows
that.
nothing about. I am saying that. Oh, sorry.
Like, to the council.
Yeah, that's what
Aurora's voice is the same as Kelly's voice. I said that to the council. I said that to everybody.
Who's Kelly?
Got him.
Can I see in the spell if Quincy has bolts? And scrying.
In the spell you were working on, yeah, I'd say you would have been able to see that there is one attached behind her ear.
Me with like my magnifying eyes.
Is it true that you, Arcos, were the inventor of the collar system, which is used by the city?
I helped enact the laws to help the production within the city to those who found themselves on the streets. Yes. Myself and several other council members helped facilitate that decision.
I look at the council. Who reacts when he says that to like helping him.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Well, 6.
You can see the woman with the cigar sort of give an eyebrow as to, yeah. And then, even with a 6, like, you see, like, Tyrig kind of looking somewhat abashed.
Okay.
Then, as there's sort of, like, this exchange going on, Arcos is kind of walking around the room defending his case, and he makes his way and is looking out over the city from the large window in the back of the room. And beneath your feet you all feel a tremor. And Arcos turns back, looks at all of you, and smiles. Kismet, please make a strength saving throw.
Is it a 0?
Isn't that 1?
Which is like a 0 for you? Oh no, you gotta...
So Arcos stands as this tremoring is happening. The window behind him begins to, like, you see these cracks beginning to appear in it. And he says, all right, you caught me. I'm building a giant mech army to take over your city. And now that I have this, he extends a hand, and Kismet, you feel your bag of holding from off of you, and he catches it in one hand, reaches in, and pulls out the gyrosphere. I think we can begin. And he jumps backwards out the window.
My fucking bag!
And he's got your bag and all of your shit in it.
How did he know to grab the gyrosphere and not hit any of the orbs that were in there?
When you use a bag of holding, you
use it.
think of what you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
I toss the council my fucking scry ball and be like, fucking take a look at this, bitches, and then I'm jumping after him.
All right.
I am going to also run and jump and activate my...
Your flight ability?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna run and jump and activate my shield.
Are you...
Fucking Captain America.
Wait, is everybody jumping? I would die if I jumped on this.
Yes, most people will die if they jump. I'm
not gonna jump.
I am able to fly, so...
All right.
I have feather fall, so...
Perfect.
I would die. I'm going to stay.
So the window shatters, Arcos leaps out, and Kismet and Virio run, leaping after him. That's where we'll take a break.
I also threw the ball at them.
At the council members' test scry.
Yeah, and it's still got Quincy with her bolt tied in her cell.
Perfect. All right, let's take a break.
Dun dun.
Whew.
Wait, do you need...
Perfect. Welcome back. So, as things stand, Arcos Bouchard has leapt out the shattered window. Virio and Kismet leapt out behind him. Fennec, did you actually leap out?
I ran to the ledge and I looked for like half a second to see.
How far was the drop?
800 feet.
I'm going out and I just like catch like I just like hook my arms. Okay. Actually, you said the window shattered, so I'm gonna run out and jump. But I'm gonna hook my arm on the thing and go nope, and like and swing around and run back inside.
Never mind.
I go. No, that was close. Oh dear.
This is the highest point in this multi-tiered city.
Get out.
Is there another faster but slower way down?
Like the whole council like just points to the stairs.
Oh. Wait, Mr. Teleport
I'll
guy.
run and jump out and eventually turn into a bat.
With a heavy sigh.
Just fall.
With a heavy sigh. Roll says
Turn into a bat. So, Virio and Kismet. As you are falling, you see Arcos down about 40 feet. He is plummeting straight down. Like, he looks like he is like skydiver, like pulled himself into a tight pole and is going straight for the ground. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do?
I'm doing the same.
Okay.
I want to catch up to him.
I'm doing the same and flapping my wings.
Okay.
So, if that makes me go faster, I don't know physics.
Let me double check fall speed, because I believe it is.
Can you double check flap speed?
Yeah,
It would
my
make you fall
flaps.
slower.
You just have your flight speed, Virio.
Yeah, I've got 30 feet on a flight speed. But I don't know if I can run faster than someone's terminal velocity. I doubt it.
Is it negative 9.8 meters per second?
Squared.
There's one piece under the box.
And one on top.
It's the one
So
on
you
top
fall,
that's getting-
falling, according to the rules that I have, is you fall 500 feet and around.
Okay.
Like when you're like falling, like free fall, shooting straight for the ground.
So we got 6 seconds more or less.
Yes.
It's fine. Featherfall is one reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I've already got wings, so I'm in the clear.
All right. So as he's plummeting down, first round, what would you guys like to do?
I got. How far away is he as we are plummeting?
I think I said like 40 feet ahead of you guys because you jumped out pretty quickly.
Yes.
I got nothing that can really help me within 40 feet, I think. I am just going to start throwing javelins.
Oh.
All right.
Because that's all I can do.
All right. So we'll say you have one round to do that. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
I am going to make this a reckless attack.
All right.
He's
I feel
recklessly
like-
throwing
yes.
javelins to the ground.
No! It just floats next to you.
Yes!
That is 17.
That's 17 hits.
Excellent.
I don't want this to be a dumb question, but Virio, when you have wings, do you still have your arms? Like, are they on your
Yes.
back like a butterfly?
Turn into a
or-
beautiful, sexy old hockey.
Like, are you like a bird or are you like a butterfly?
I think angel.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's.
So you
he's
still have your
angel
arms and
blooded.
there's
What's the difference between bird and butterfly in that
well,
situation?
if he doesn't lose
His legs are also his wings.
Oh. So I shouldn't have gotten advantage because I'm throwing with disadvantage because of how far it is. So it's
Oh,
still
sure.
the first roll, which is still 17.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, okay.
just checking to see if he still had arms.
Oh, nice. Max damage. So 8 piercing and 4 radiant.
Alright. Alright. Anything else?
No, I'm still just falling.
Alright. Kismet?
I want to. I want to firebolt at the hand holding my bag. I want him to drop my bag!
Okay. Go ahead.
Can you
We have the
your
range
bag?
on it. When it's calling a shot, I would say it has disadvantage because it's like a much smaller target that you're.
Like his hand?
Yeah.
I'll just shoot at him with my fucking fire. I'm mad.
All right. Fire away.
It's 12.
Just whizzes past.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then, having been pierced with a javelin, you see Arco sort of like arc up and look towards you guys and smile and turns invisible.
Um,
Wait, what did he do? I missed the last bit there.
He cast invisibility on himself.
Blink and you miss it.
oh. Is it now what's going on? Is it
You
kinda-
guys are pummeling toward the ground.
Well, I mean, I can just kind of like.
Yeah, you can slow
Slow-
down if you would like.
I guess I'll slow down because I've only got this round until I hit the ground.
Correct.
So I'm slowing down and I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see if, because he has the bag of holding on him, I should be able to detect where the bag is.
Okay, go ahead.
But-
What is the range on
Yeah,
bag
that's a
or
good
detect
question.
magic?
Spells. 30 feet. So,
Nope,
damn it.
nothing.
All right. Well, I just keep. I'm heading towards the ground.
Okay,
then.
I'm just gonna take a landing.
Yeah.
Okay. Kismet?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Featherfall on myself.
Alright, you drop Featherfall, the two of you down onto the ground.
Is it people, like the street?
It is the backside of the council chambers. So there are some guards like patrolling back here who like just sort of like heard the and felt the tremors beneath their feet, and then saw you two sort of come down and land among the broken glass.
So I only have my flight for 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
and so we've gone through 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Fuck, I couldn't get back up there if I tried in that amount of time. I'd have to walk back down with everyone. If I can only move 30 feet, it's 800.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no way. Never mind. I'm gonna fly up and do kind of like a quick scout around to see if I can I'm just detecting magic.
Sure.
As
Just
best
kind
I can.
of. Yeah. So I'm kind of throwing it around at just within 30 feet. Just doesn't seem to be
Hit
anything floating around out there.
Okay. At least not the bag of holding that I'm
Correct.
looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be pinging. The rest of you were rushing downstairs. Roland, you are in bat form. I assume you are joining them as well? Okay, so Roland kind of flits down and see a bat hanging out somewhat nearby you. The rest of you, a few minutes later, are able to step outside and you are all rejoined. As you came down the stairs, those of you in the building, you heard the calling for the council to arm the soldiers of the city and head to the Sky Piercer Tower.
So we have soldiers that are coming after us?
No.
Oh,
The
they're-
alarm is being sounded for people to gather in
Oh.
that area.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which, looking out across the top Virio, you would easily know where this is, as it was formerly the highest point in the city until they built the council chambers up another tier. Maybe like half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away, you see a long, slender tower poking up from the district near the section between the market district in the center of town and like the college region.
Okay, and that's where they're sounding an alarm for people to go to.
Yep.
Where roundabouts are we?
You guys are about, I'll just say, like 3/4 of a mile from that point.
Where in the city, roughly? Cardinal
Pretty
points?
much city center.
Okay.
Before I go down,
Yes.
because Kismet, stop.
I was like waiting for one.
Stop!
I heard one barely audible net.
I looked at Ryan.
Okay, before I go down the stairs, Kismet had thrown the scry ball to the councilman,
Correct.
and so did somebody catch it?
They didn't catch it, but as they sort of scrambled for it, the Erwin Gavestone telekinesis it to his hand and sort of focused in on it and saw what Kismet told him to look at,
Okay.
and sort of through Arcos's weird actions, the General Assembly of the Council called the city to guard.
Okay. Before I go down the stairs, I want to know if anybody recognized the room that she's in.
If
anybody had the...
anybody on the council?
Yeah, anybody on the council who saw the scry ball, would anybody recognize where she's at?
Nope.
No windows, no nothing.
Okay. So then I've investigated fully what I wanted to.
Okay.
Did the council come down too?
Yes.
Can I have my ball back, please?
Erwin hands it to you. Here.
Thank you.
Tap.
I look at my outfit and how I have no pockets, and I get really upset.
I pull out the chest. And I'm just like, throw it in.
Does it just bounce around down there?
Yeah, it just kind of rolls around. I just throw it back.
It'll be kind of funny. You just hear it for 3 seconds.
I put it in the non-mushroom one. That's the
Fair
good
enough.
one.
Yeah, so there's just like a pool ball rolling around in the bottom of Virgo's chest.
Sounds like a bad medical condition.
Madame Gloriana looks at all of you and is like, so he went back to his tower, I'm assuming?
Well, he turned invisible.
Ah.
So he may have gone back to his tower. Can we send some guard forces down to the shipyard area?
The shipyard?
There may be some information of some mechs being stored in that area. So
Sure, I'll talk to the council and have them send some guards over there just as a cautionary measure.
yeah, protect the citizens of that area.
Okay.
Is the ground still trembling?
There was one big tremor, and then it kind of stopped. Go ahead and make a perception check. Those of you who are looking around outside, which I assume is everyone.
My eyes are closed.
Yeah, 4.
Also
12?
Okay.
6.
4.
20, Roland? Okay, so Aurora and Roland...
Natural 20.
Oh, okay, so Roland sees very well that on the distant outer perimeters of the city, there are these rods that have begun to raise up around the outer city wall.
That was in.
Yeah.
Is that information shared with everyone or no?
Yes, both Roland and I pointed out.
Oh, all right.
So what would you guys like to do?
I'm like, point me in the direction of where he was going. Somebody do it.
Erwin just sort of points towards the tower in the near center.
I run.
Do we think he's at
Everybody's
his
like,
tower?
I have a carriage. Okay.
We get in the carriage.
Yeah, I hop in the carriage as well.
Took double time, these big carriage goes thundering by.
Yeah, I'll jump off
Door,
the
like,
carriage.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
open.
holding my arm out,
Yeah, you easily enough pull in.
As we're riding in the carriage, I turn to Aurora and I just go, do you know that hold person spell?
I did,
Damn it.
but I don't anymore.
That's alright. I thought it would have been funny if as he jumped out he just cast hold personally
That would've
moments to his death.
I would have been so pissed.
That would have been so great. But alas, I don't have that kind of power anymore.
You'd have one round to try and get out of it.
It's true.
If it worked.
That would have been so.
Oh my god, like, can you imagine? Just. Well,
No, it's done. Session's done.
guess
I
we're
have,
gonna
like-
cut it an hour early tonight, guys.
Turns out he wasn't the real big bad.
And I don't have anything for next session either, so.
Oh, I have next session. So,
I was just like, yeah.
as you guys charge through the city streets, you can see citizens peeling off to the sides. Bells are ringing from the church of the temple of the Hammers of Meradrin. You can see just in bulk the city's defenses are gearing up to encircle the area. Virio, you do hear Gloriana shouting out the side of the window to send some detachments down to the docks to protect the citizens down there. And you arrive at Skypiercer Tower.
AKA Star Tower.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Are you picturing it looking like the same Avengers Tower, like with the?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
great. Now I am.
I did when you said Stark Tower.
I've been picturing the Space Needle.
Same.
That's closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you approach, you see a large tower reaching skyward, which seems to expand and diminish in its thickness, widening near the center, then narrowing out until slightly widening out again toward the top. The tower itself is a light teal color and adorned with massive brass panels, which have a smooth set of lines inlaid within. Additionally, there are large polished stones, 3 feet or larger, protruding from the center and the top portion of the tower. The peak holds what looks to be a long, sharp rod, protruding from the tip skyward as you fall.
Continue.
Wiener, wiener, wiener.
It's a big old dildo!
Anything's dildo if you're brave enough.
I thought it was like one of the
Giant
a
dildos.
giant apparatus thing that
Dildo.
It's just a
An
medical
apparatus.
term for
Giant-
dildo.
Textured dildo.
Welcome to Wiener Tower.
Or a butt plug. Either one.
Ooh, I like butt plug.
If butt plug, if it flared and
Well,
came
isn't it
back
like
in
one
and
of those
flared again?
machines that Quincy keeps building? That but it's just a
This
This
giant
is some
one.
quality
No,
D&D
no.
content.
That's like a big sphere.
Okay.
It's just anal beads.
So this might just
It's
look
a bunch of
like-
anal beads stacked on top of each other. Welcome to Anal Bead Plaza, home of anal beads. No.
Nope, too late.
Damn it, Anal Bead Plaza. I'll just call it the ABP.
It's trademarked now, by the way.
As you all are gathering in front of it, from the west you see rushing out en masse, full rank and file of the Hammers of Meradrin. Dark gray metal and white enamel, thick sets of armor emblazoned with the hammer and anvil of their god, carrying thick angular axes, longswords, and mauls. They are led by a dwarven man who looks as though he's been stepped on by a giant or two in his time, wider than he is tall, the only unhelmed member of the assembly. Aurora and Virio, you would recognize this figure as the longtime leader of the Zadaran chapter, Commander Thundermouth.
Oh, no.
Long, wiry gray hair cascades over the top of his shoulder pauldrons with shocks of white hair dispersed among the tresses. His beard a perfect match, long, brushed out, and not a braid in sight. The little of his face you can see. Mark looks to be tanned and scarred. His brow looks constantly furrowed, and only one of his eyes opens fully, a dark brown eye within, dangerously scanning his surroundings. From the southeast, you hear the other assembly approaching. The Chevaliers quickly march on the tower as well. Dressed in their shining breastplates and carrying crossbows and rapiers, they advance. To the rear, you see squadrons of Chevaliers mounted on 2 long metallic legs which move along smoothly and speedily, with large mounted crossbows helmed by a second gnome. Basically think ATSTs, but just with
I
gnomes
was
standing on
just
top
about
of them.
to say a walker.
Pretty much, yeah. The Chevaliers are led by a gnomish woman that can only be described as fierce-looking. Knight Captain Zid Almarak marches on foot at the head of her assembly. her rank shown by a long red and blue feathered plumage rising up from behind her collar and a golden half cape wrapping around the left. Her head sheared down to a long white blonde mohawk which has been braided and runs all the way down to her ankles, the end of it adorned with a large metallic ring. Her arms are richly decorated in colorful tattoos, and she carries an odd three-bladed weapon across her back.
I love her.
I know. I was halfway through writing her, and I was like, "You're welcome."
Like a tiger claw, three-bladed weapon.
Like a
Triangle.
seeing Crawl,
Crawl. It's a good old crawl.
like movie Crawl. It's picture like
fidget
a
spinner.
pretty much like a bladed fidget spinner.
Yeah. Okay.
Bringing it back.
You never escape it.
And then, walking through the assembly of citizens fleeing, you see the group, which can only be the Tin Sisterhood, assembling. Mismatched assembly of various dwarves, gnomes, humans, and elves, standing in line behind Madame Gloriana. As you all have assembled in front of the council among you, it begins to rain. What would you like to do?
Shit weather we're having today, huh?
I march towards the tower.
Straight towards the tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one wants to talk about the weather? That's
I'm
fine.
so mad about my bag.
I hold my shield over my head. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Is this natural weather?
Yeah, it happens from
I want to
time.
actually like.
It's raining.
I
It's
want to.
rain.
I want to check if the weather is natural.
Go ahead. Make a
It
survival
seems
check.
very like
Survival or nature? Go ahead.
I don't know.
It's raining.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay.
It's fake rain. You can't even feel it. It hits your armor and you
It's
don't
an
feel it touching your
illusion.
skin.
It's illusory. I don't feel the rain, guys.
Shield above his head. Just not getting wet.
At that moment, there is a second tremor, and you all hear like a high pitched, like, you know when like back when we had big bulby TVs, when you would turn them on, you hear that
Yes.
really
I know
high-pitched
exactly.
whine. You hear that, and it gets louder and louder and louder, and then you feel like a tremor throughout the entire city beneath your feet, and then from the tip of the tower in the center above you, out and around to the edges of the city, you see a purple energy
to the rods.
cover the dome to the rods around the edge of the city.
I didn't see the statues come up and clap their hands though.
I was also thinking.
As soon as the rods came up, I was like, oh damn it. Okay.
And then you hear another noise. First to the east, then to the north, then to the south. You hear the clamoring of battle of some kind, and in the distance, you see large golden mechs charging out into the street. The hammers of Mirador and the Chevaliers rush to meet them. What would you all like to do?
So either fight with the arms down, people down here, or go in and try and get Arcos are kind of our choices.
Seems like
And the purple thing is coming from the
very
building.
top of the tower.
I think we should go on the tower.
I
Do you
have
think we
not
can we-
hesitated.
Can we find
Gizmod is at the door.
Can we find Quincy? Will Quincy know a way to stop these things?
Maybe Quincy might be inside this building, so.
We know we'll know when we find the room.
Yep, let's go.
Listen, we're not great fighty. Well, I'm not.
Hey,
I'll
speak
do
for
much
yourself.
better in this building.
I'll leave Rutan outside the top, near the top of the building. I tell him
Okay.
to fly up there, so like when we
Flutters up.
Reach, yeah, I can like maybe get close to the edge of the top of the building at some point and scout outside.
Okay.
Perfect. See how things are going.
Don't let him touch the purple.
Bug zapper.
He just made like an anti-Rookton and anti-bat.
It's a big bug light.
Yeah.
Off loves lamp.
So we're going tower?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm already at the door.
Alright. So, nothing hinders your movement as you approach the tower. You step beneath the very low wall which surrounds its base. There are verdant gardens and koi ponds surrounding the base. As you walk up to its large wooden double doors, 2 large metallic rings adorn its front. What would you like to do?
Go
Open
around
them.
back.
Just open it? Alright.
You're going around the back?
Is it just the 6 of 5 of us?
Seems to be, yeah.
Wait, was Augie still in the carriage?
Yep.
Okay, so
Was he
Augie's
asleep?
coming with us.
Okay.
And Skull Paddle was watching
Skull
the
Paddle?
bathhouse.
A couple miles away, just
I picture him looking
Alright.
and like Beck's running like right behind him, and he just like looks like a second too.
just chunk, 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 chunk. That's a weird horse.
Alright, so Augie is with us then.
Yes, Augie is with
Okay. And he's rested now.
you. A little.
Well, 4 hours.
Yeah.
A short
With
one.
at least 4
4
hours.
short rests.
4 short rests.
God.
Alright. You grab onto the handles and pull it open. You see a... Hold on, I have to get my...
Kismet, are you okay? That was a weird noise you made.
Upon entering, you stand in a large domed room. The ceiling stands about 20 feet above your heads, and the room itself is about 60 by 60 in dimensions in a rounded shape. The room itself appears to be empty, save for a pedestal in the center, and upon it rests a simple wooden box. What would you like to do?
Roland, do you want to...
What happens
the
every
box?
time we enter a room that has a box in it?
I'll check for traps with my mage hand.
All right, Roland, is you? Are you getting like right up next to it to check with it, or are you just from a ways away?
Oh yeah, right. I will.
What are my
Can I
tips?
check for traps
Oh,
on box and then inspect it from closer up to it?
want to give me a clean run of that line again? You got a little glitchy there.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, my internet isn't great. Can I check for traps on the path to the box, like to the center,
Sure.
and then, like, if I get there, check on the box itself?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make your first check.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. The road ahead seems clear.
All right, I will get there then.
Getting a little bit closer to it, you can see that there is a note resting next to the box.
Next to the box.
Yes, sort of like laid flat on the table.
Okay. I'll use Mage Hand to like gently lift it if I notice any like resistance, I'll stop.
Okay, sure. Just go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with your mage hand then.
Sleight of hand.
I just love how paranoid Roland is of traps all the time.
Roland, you want a coffee?
Paranoid. 20
Say again.
23.
Yeah, as you open it, like no resistance other than gravity and maybe a rusty hinge on the back.
I thought he was grabbing the paper.
It's a trap.
No, I thought it was. Were you lifting the lid of the box?
No, the note.
You are grabbing it. Okay, my bad. Yeah, easily enough. You pick it up.
Yeah, but now we know there's no resistance to the box. DM gave it away.
Yes, you are able to pick up the note though.
I'd like to. Okay, I'll bring the note over to me and check it out.
All right. Just a simple handwritten message on it. It says, "Lovely, isn't it? He picked it himself."
No.
That's all it said?
What's in the box?
A dildo.
Shape up the tower.
Yeah.
It's a AA battery.
2 Arcos from Arcos.
because no one else will.
Yeah, I'll go open the box.
You flip the top of the box open. Sitting atop a lovely blue velvet cushion, you see an eyeball. It barks at you. Roll initiative.
Eyeball?
An eyeball.
I wanna roll to figure out if I know who it belongs to.
Go ahead and just make a
Your rolling sure is loud.
tung 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 tung. tung. Damn it.
Stop it!
Okay.
Go ahead and just make an intelligence check. Or nature if you'd like. Probably the same.
When it lands, it makes weird noises too.
It ruffles.
It's the wind.
11.
11.
Hi, honey.
Oh no.
What or whoever this belonged to,
Can I
hard
tell?
to specifically say. You can tell that it belongs to a species whose eyes are yellow and have thin, narrow slits for eyes.
Yeah.
I have already walked up to this. Is there any way else? Like, is this the lobby?
Looking around, it's just like
This is the
just
concierge.
smooth walls around you with just this pedestal and box in the room.
But we went into the tower,
Mhm.
and it's just this room.
Yep.
I'm like to myself, like, this is no way to greet a client.
It's not even a front desk person.
Second, I want to look at the note,
Okay. Yep.
and then, like, so there's nothing else in this room. Not even up?
Up above you, rounded ceiling.
Ugh. Does it look similar to Quincy's round room?
It looks similar, not the same, but
Like
you can
same
tell like
size?
approximately same size and build. Yeah.
Do I recognize the eyeball?
Go ahead and make a just intelligence.
Where is? Oh,
Oh, you're looking.
15.
Despite your brief encounter with this person well over a year ago, you're kind of able to figure between this and that this eyeball belongs to Carrion.
Yeah, I fucking figured. I'm like, I look around the room, I look at the note, I look at the eyeball, and I'm like, how did he have the time to set this all up? What was he doing? What was he doing when he came to the council? And then
Hey, Carrion, Arco's here.
I'm like, I look at you and I point at the box. Kyrion's eyeball. I look at everyone else. I'm going outside and I'm going up and around this room.
There's no doors in this room at all.
As you stepped in, it just appears to be walls.
Can I do some type of investigation to the walls?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
See if there's any way
How
to...
big is the box?
Pretty small, just like a small jewelry box.
Can it fit in my other box?
Yeah.
Are you taking the eyeball?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the eyeball.
Okay, yeah, you can
that
Stick
would be
it in
a
there.
15
A
for
15?
investigation.
kind of like begin walking along the walls and looking along. You can see that there are like panels that have been like very smoothly merged together. But you can see that there are some lines that do not share that weld as you're feeling along.
So I want to push on some of those areas.
Kind of just like pushing and like moving around. You can
Yeah.
get the idea that it lifts up with a 15.
I'm pushing.
I push it. I lift up on one of them.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Fenric and say, Fenric, I think that this might be a door, but I am not a strong person. Could you assist me?
Okay. Sure.
So you can either roll with advantage or Fenric, you can roll a strength check in addition to Aurora's strength check.
I think we should both roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rolled really strong though.
She might beat
16?
me. 14.
Fennec, you.
I was.
No, between
I
the
was-
two of you, you're both able to like lift up, and Fennec, it gets to about eye level for you, and behind it you see a large golden leg. And as that happens, this is the room straight ahead as you came in the door. To the side here, two more panels begin to lift, and 3 mechs march into the room.
Ugh.
Let's roll initiative while I
God,
grab
you
a map.
fucking assholes! I was gonna go out and around.
There would have been mechs out there too.
Max.
Did it open because of me picking up the box?
Yes.
God damn it.
Hey, where'd you go?
Nat 20!
He's grabbing some mechs.
Are you grabbing mechs?
The map.
Sweet mother of God, what have we done? What has John done?
I think he made a physical map.
I'm gonna take my little self. Oh yeah. Put him in the not danger zone.
I know that sign.
Yeah, it's not hanging in our house
right?
anymore.
Oh, that's.
It's hefty.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I got it.
If you gotta turn it sideways to get it to sit, there's handles there.
All right.
You guys got
To
it?
rotate it.
You drew on the back of it.
Working on it.
There we go.
What?
Alright, so this was the front door you
That's
came
the sign that
in.
used to hang upstairs in the
The
hallway,
mechs
but I took it
stepped
down.
out. Here. Here. And here.
Is this the door?
Yeah.
I'm in the middle by the box.
I fucking am like at the door.
Wait,
Roll
which,
on.
Augie is
Where
also
are
by
you?
the
wait,
door.
where we opened that?
Yeah.
I'm
that one?
still
Okay.
near the middle as well.
Okay.
You're hanging out with me looking at this weird box.
Alright, switch over to that on there. Perfect.
Kismet
Alright.
is so mad. So mad.
Get my page here. Oh no, wrong book. Alrighty.
Sorry, I'm just putting it in the center more.
20 or higher.
22.
Alright. 15 to 20.
17.
18.
Alright. Roll. 10 to 15.
10.
Aurora.
5.
And Augie with a hot 4. Alright. So, Virio, you are up first. Followed by Roland.
Alright, I will move this way. 5, 10, 20. Hey, I can reach it. Nice. I wasn't expecting to get this close. I'm going to. I'm just gonna first try. I'm gonna stand a little bit further back, actually. I'm going to. I'm like, oh no, don't wanna get too close.
That is good.
And I get out my my halberd and I try and poke at it.
Alright.
$13 should hit it.
You stab forward and it just glances off the chest plate.
Damn it!
Are you serious?
That's my turn. That's it.
Alright. Roland, you are up, followed by Fenric.
Alrighty. So I would assume that it is within 120 feet of me. Oh, you said this is 60 feet across, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 60.
Yeah.
Okay. Like to just take a regular shot with my hand crossbow at the one Virio is looking at.
I'm not within 5 feet, just so you know. I'm 10 feet away.
Oh, you're not. Screw you. Never mind.
The other two are
I'm
next
gonna
to
shoot
one.
the one that Aurora and Fenric are at.
All right.
He needs to get a bit closer.
How bit?
Like within 30 feet.
How's that?
Yeah.
All right. Fire away.
24 to hit.
That is a hit. Fires forward, and like you see it kind of slide through one of the gaps in the plating on it and stick into the inside, and you see some sparks shoot out.
That would be 13 points of damage.
All right.
And you said the pedestal is in the middle of the room, right?
Correct.
I would like to kind of skirt around the pedestal, so I put it between myself and the one that doesn't have anyone at it.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to hide from that one.
All right.
I don't know if is there enough, like, is the pedestal big enough to do that with, or?
It's not huge, but you can try.
Okay. You should never say that to a rogue. Because
Not
that is
huge,
a
but you can
23.
try. Okay. Fenric, you are up next. Kismet, you'll be the next player after Fenric.
How is my rope secured to, like, my pack? Can I grab it quickly, or will that cost an action?
I'd say it's just a free action to grab it.
Okay, I wanna grab it, and then AT-AT the mech with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the rope, tie it off on, as I just try to, like, drop it. I mean, I was gonna try to, like, tie it to one of the legs and run around. I just don't know how you're gonna constrain time for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you would have to, and it would be an action to, like, try to tie it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then you would use your movement to.
I'm gonna drop one end, use all my movement to run around him,
Okay.
and then grab both ends.
Okay. All right.
Could I use a bonus action to tie it?
No, it's
Okay.
it's tying it
Nope,
up.
that's fine. That's
yeah, sorry.
no, that's great. I was just checking.
As a halfling, can you move through another player's space?
That I can.
Okay.
What is
perfect.
it?
That was my.
Are they medium or are they large?
The creature themselves are large.
Then yeah, I can just run around it.
Okay, perfect.
I can even figure eight it a little bit too.
I was mainly asking for Aurora in case you had to move out of her
Yeah,
circle
but just
there.
figure 8 it, man.
But yeah, you are able to around it. Okay. I will just have that resolve on its turn.
Sure thing. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Aurora.
All right.
+2.
+2 your AC. Okie dokie. So, their turn. Fenric, the one in front of you, is going to swing its large bladed arm down toward you.
Oh.
A 9's probably not going to hit. And then the second swing, an 8 is not going to hit.
Nice.
So I will have it make a strength check against the rope. We'll say a DC 12, if that sounds fair.
Sure. Do you want
Just
to do
kinda-
that instead of a contest?
If you wanted to like do a strength check against it, okay, yeah, we can do that. That sounds.
That sounds that
Equitable
seems
to me.
narratively.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're holding both ends,
since,
aren't you?
Since I didn't tie it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then. Sounds good. Strength contest. Hot 10.
That was a 3. That's a 6.
6. Yeah, you're pulling on it, and just the sheer weight of this thing, like shifting and bouncing as it's swinging its blade around. You sort of like lose your grasp on one of the ropes. It's big. Good idea, though.
I'm not rolling with that die anymore tonight. It's not been good.
Could you please march the green yellowy mech 20 feet toward Kismet?
I didn't take any damage or
There we go.
anything from
Right.
that, right? So that wouldn't break concentration. Is it actually like a damage?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't break concentration on anything.
Sure.
The blue boy is going to move up to... Oh, wait, no, he has reach. Never mind. Virio, he's going to attack you twice with his large bladed arm.
Wait, he can reach me from there.
He also has reach.
Damn it! Reach off.
Surprise.
Reach around.
A natural 16 and a natural 17.
Those will hit,
All right.
surprisingly.
Okay, so you will take...
Ooh, I forgot how bad my AC is.
12 points of slashing damage.
Do not like. In total with both those hits?
Yep.
I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
Alright,
Uh,
what's the range on that real quick? Sorry, I don't remember if it's 5 or 10.
Hellish Rebuke, it's 6 feet.
Okay, so he is out of... No, yep, you're good. 6 feet.
60 feet.
Oh, 60. Okay, yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, you good.
Dexterity saving throw.
I was thinking 6 feet is a bit of an interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen that
Range.
before. Dex save. Okay. 5.
No. So you're going to take 12 points of fire damage.
Nice. All right. That will do it for the mechs. Kismet is up, followed by Aurora.
Okay, I'm gonna move. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want to, like, I want to inspect the mechs to see if I can see, like, if they are running on a power source
Okay.
that's, like, in them or something.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make perception or investigation, whichever you would prefer.
That's a 21.
21. Looking at the mech in front of you, you can you can see that like it's just like 3 large, oversized golden curiosas on the outside, and then on the inside, alluding to what you guys sort of witnessed in the basement of Whistling Willie's, there seems to be a core of some kind with a glass, like a thick glass piece in the center, with like a whirling piece of machinery inside.
Okay, so is there like a visible like weapon on them other than the arms?
They have a large sword affixed to one of their arms, and then the other seems to have like a sort of angled cutoff, but you can see the tip of a crossbow bolt sticking out of it.
Because they are the same sort of sentinel as what we saw.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm just like, I'm just like, not meant for protection, meant for fighting.
Also, somebody had to die for each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many more in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that was pretty much all of my movement and action.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I'm done.
All right, Aurora, you are up, followed by Augie.
Alright, I am going to activate Blade Singing as a bonus action.
All right.
And then I'm just going to use my longsword on the mech in front of me.
All righty. Roll it out.
That would be 16.
A 16. You swing your blade forward and it just rings out as it connects with the breastplate, but it does not do any damage.
Nothing? With a 16?
Nope.
What type of weapon was this?
With a
Sword.
longsword.
Not a, like, you roll damage and it takes no effect. This was just a 16 does not damage it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
does not mean it's AC.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This thing is strong.
It's made of metal.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
is my.
I can.
Yeah. So is Fenric. Fenric is made of metal.
Have you ever seen me take my armor off?
Yeah, I've seen him in a t-shirt.
You take off your armor, it's just like a smaller set of armor.
Russian nesting doll in here.
It's just a tight
Okay,
fit. It's
I'm
like
gonna
sheer.
use-
Athletic cut.
I'm gonna use. Oh, shoot, I'm gonna have to disengage.
Is that something you can do as a bonus action with blade singing?
No.
No,
Okay, yeah,
it
you
would
have
just
to
be a
an
movement.
action. Yeah.
It
So
would
you
just
would
be
move away
my
and get the
movement.
attack of up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
You also could take it and I could protect you.
Yeah. So
But
you-
it's just disadvantage. It's not
Okay.
guaranteed to miss.
So I'm gonna move away.
Okay. Gets this attack of up.
Hold
Protection.
on.
Disadvantage.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just
Alright.
wondering how far away I want to move.
Disadvantage. 12.
I know.
12 to hit.
No, does
Okay.
not hit.
Blade swings by, you sidestep it and skitter backwards. As Fenric gives like a battle shout as the thing swings forward. It just gets off track and misses. Is that it for you, Aurora?
Yes, I'm gonna move a little bit farther. Actually, 5, 10. I'm gonna move to where
Roland
Roland
is.
is.
All right. Next up, Augie is going to place Hunter's Mark on the green boy. You can put that on the green boy for me. Oops.
Good job, boys.
We did it.
He held on to it for
Sports.
so long.
Wait, is he even on the field right now? Do we forget about him?
He's right
He's right
here.
Oh,
I got him.
Who would
I didn't forget Augie this time.
I feel like Augie, meanwhile, is just like,
It's like how Kismet used to do. Right?
Yeah, just still like coffee like clutched in his like pinky up against the bow.
taking a sip as
I really want to see someone do that now. It'd probably be so hard.
it would be.
Nice. Augie fires forward and he hits. So
Large chance you'd hit your own face.
7 deals. That's the green guy. 15 points of damage.
Nice.
And that will do it for Augie. Back to the top of the order with Virio.
I drop my halberd on the ground,
Okay.
pull out my shield,
Okay. Clang, 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 clang.
That was just a good mental image of just.
And then a shield.
and then I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Now you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. 11.
That does not succeed.
All right. That's on the blue one right in front of you, I assume.
Yes, 10 points of necrotic damage.
Very nice. Let me double check that real quick. Okay, yep, you're good. 10 points of necrotic damage. Is it sort of like what is your Toll the Dead manifest as when you cast it?
Don't you just say, like, bong?
I say barn!
And it just like resonates with the sickly black magic swirling around the thing, and you like see it kind of crumple a little bit inside.
Yeah, it's very spooky.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Count me
It's
is
almost-
spooked column.
If you look closely, you can kind of see like the essence of like souls from the Raven Queen's plane, just kind of like reaching out and trying to pull
Pull it
them.
down.
Oh, like the little hands.
Yeah.
Little hands from what is that? Shit. No, I'll think of it.
The little hands.
Okay, it's the
Diablo.
little Hands of Death.
Like the Arm Farm when I was playing as a necromancer.
No, that was very good. I'm thinking of an anime. I
Ah.
will get it eventually.
Roland, you are up next, followed by Fenric.
Alrighty.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm
Brother.
going to shoot the one that Fenric is at. So a
Alright.
normal hand crossbow shot.
All right, fire away.
It's an 8.
Nope. Sticks into the stone wall behind and clatters to the ground.
Cool.
Did you get advantage on that?
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
It's
It's just because.
what the heck? Bonus action hide.
All right. Fenric, you're up.
Well, we'll just see how we'll just see how that goes. I'm gonna swing at this guy.
Okay. Attack, attack.
Attack him? Nope, just the one. I'm not. Yeah, that's 23.
That is a hit.
Okay.
That's the same number I rolled on my stealth check.
Smite it too.
Woo! That's full damage. Max damage.
Nice.
11 points of damage.
Very nice.
I do not have enough spell slots to actually really smite right
No
now.
worries. Just throwing it out there.
No, I know. The question I have for you:
Yes.
can I wound this mech?
With your
With my sword,
blade,
yeah.
let me double check its immunities here. You have that marked down as poison.
It says wound. It's not even bleed. It just says wounds.
Wounded.
It does necrotic damage.
Okay, I would say it can deal. I'll just tell you, it is immune to the poison effect on it. So I will say, let's say it takes half damage from the effect of the blades, as it does not actually have blood to bleed.
Exactly. Okay. So it'll be wounded, but it'll be half because it's a
let's
mech.
say you like damage something and it's like leaking a fluid of some kind. Or
Ew.
kills
Great.
damaged.
Perfect. I'm gonna use blurred as the wounded. Sounds good. That's all I got. All right.
And it is their turn.
Okay.
So, wisdom save.
Yep. And take 4 points of damage.
All right, wisdom save is a 13, so it
Nope.
stays in effect. All right, and it is going to take its turn to attack you, Fenric.
Oh. Damn it.
Miss.
Okay.
The one that Augie has hunter marked is going to fire a crossbow bolt at Augie. Or 2 crossbow
Hit.
bolts, excuse me.
Do they have like just crossbow for arms?
One-
One arm is the crossbow, one is the big blade.
Yeah. Okay.
One of those was an at 20.
Alright,
So-
P-Og dog.
Just drinking his coffee.
Yeah, he's like mood.
I got out of the cart for this.
2 bolts fire out, and one sticks Augie in the shoulder, the other one catches him like in the hip, and Augie like kind of drops down for a second. He's still on his feet, but he's looking real shitty.
He's like big mood.
Yeah. And he spills his coffee, and he's like, Virio, the one in front of you, is going to. You're still 10 feet away?
Yep,
Okay, he's going to attack you twice as well.
that's fine. I got my shield out. I'm ready.
A 22
Fuck.
and a dirty 20.
Fuck. Double fuck.
You're getting Fenric's love
Hellish
this time.
rebuke.
Yeah.
So total damage from that will be
If I don't die, hellish rebuking.
7. 16 points of slashing damage.
I will hellish rebuke again.
All right.
So dexterity.
Dex 8.
That does not check out, my friend.
All right.
More spooky. Oh, wait, no. That's not Toll the Oh, that's Toll the Dead. Hellish rebuke is more just like, I don't know, similar. But with fire.
It's all the little hands,
Black
but
fire.
they slap.
Yeah, they're little fire slaps.
Just picturing like Adventure Time, just
That is 11.
11 points of damage
Fire
as you are
damage.
you blast your hellish rebuke out toward it. You hear the inside of this mechanism begin to crack, and you hear snapping wires, and it collapses to the ground in a heap.
Nice.
It is down.
Good news. Oh, fuck. I'm just like holding my side. Just I'm bleeding
Pushing your
out.
guts back in.
Oh,
Oh
no.
boy.
Oh no.
That is it for the mix. Kismet, you were up next, followed by Aurora.
I look at how bad Virio looks, and I'm gonna move in front of him.
All right.
And then I'm going to, I'll scorching ray all 3 rays at that one.
All right.
That is a 22, a 17, and a 16.
2 of those hit.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked out its AC.
Oh! Okay, so
16 and a half.
2d6. 16 fire damage.
All right. Your bolts of fire just connecting with it. You can just see, similarly to what Virio did, is your fire magenta, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so your magenta flames begin to catch on to some of the leather cords and some of the more burnable pieces of this mech, and its face is like caught fire slightly. Anything else?
No?
All right, Aurora, you are up, followed by Augie.
All right, I am going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb
Okay.
at, what does this one have on it again?
The wounded.
Wounded, yeah, from Fenric's sword.
Okay.
So you like looking across the room, you can see some thin, like red tendon-like things reaching out and connecting into this mech.
And it's
Perfect.
leaking fluid.
And it's leaking fluids.
And then how does this
I'm
one look
absorbing
over
his
here?
weight.
It's on fire.
They both look hit, but not going down
Okay.
immediately.
I'm
anytime
gonna attack the one that's by Fenric.
soon. Okay.
And I am going to, like I said, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. And I'm going to make that lightning damage.
Okay.
See, you hurl... make a ranged attack spell.
Okay.
So that would be 15.
15 just buzzes past and collides with
Okay.
the wall.
Wait, hold on. If the attack hits the... Oh, okay. That didn't work.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that was all I had.
Alrighty. Augie is going to do more of the same and fire an arrow back at the green guy. Augie's nailing his shots tonight. Alright, attaboy.
Yeah, that's why it was wait. He was nailing him last.
Leave him in the cart. Yep.
I was gonna say he was nailing him last night too. That's why he's hungover. But he said he was just.
No,
No!
he was. Him and Skull Battle. Hero and a half shell. Turtle flower.
He fires another
Did you
arrow
say
forward,
flower?
and it connects with the neck, where the neck would be on one of the 3 heads of this creature. And the arrow sticks out and sparks are kind of firing out. It's looking pretty hurt. Back to the top of the order with Virio.
Does it look at him and say,
Why?
I
Why?
get up and I move
And hunker.
and I move in front of his and I cast Toll of the Dead.
Alright, on the green guy.
Yeah.
Alright, wisdom save. No. They're not wise.
6 necrotic damage.
Alright. Virio, you sound your Toll the Dead, and the resonation
Bong.
bounces around within the mech, and it collapses to the ground.
I'm just shaking my head.
Bongs!
Roland, you are up next.
Alrighty. Alright.
Oh.
"That laugh is worse than Virio's."
Oh.
Alright.
Your noise is pixelated. Say that again.
Nope.
Okay. Fire an arrow.
I missed. I missed a shot.
Okay. Yeah, arrow clatters up against the wall, falls into pieces. Fenric.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab.
Same. 23.
Hits.
7 points of damage.
All right.
And then, as a free action, I'm gonna. My rope didn't break, did it? I dropped
you
it.
just like lost your grip on it.
I'm gonna grab it and do it again.
Okay.
And
so you
then
can run over and grab onto it this turn.
Yes.
It would be your action next turn to continue that, though.
What do you mean? It's because I'm holding it. I can't do another action, or what do you mean?
I could say that like because you did your full action to like get a grip on both sides of the rope on its turn, it would make the strength save. But doing the attack and bending over to grab it, that would be a little bit too much in one turn.
Too much?
Yeah. So you can get a hold of it, but that would not resolve on its next turn. Especially if you're trying to maintain your blade ability as well.
Fine.
You have
You
two
have-
halfling
You
hands.
have
Sure.
big
But
ideas and
I
little
have
hands.
all that movement, and I'm just standing there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can bend over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't think
It is
Fenric
their
agrees
turn,
with
though.
you.
Yeah,
So,
I'm aware.
Fenric's like, I want to do more.
That's a nat 1 on their save, so they'll take their sortie damage.
3 points of damage.
Beautiful.
Oh. I forgot it was halved.
Yep, I've been having it.
Okay.
And it's going to swing its blade at you twice. That's an 18 and a 23.
The 23 hits.
Bong!
That's this one, yeah. It's one of those, like, they miss and you stick your head back up and stick your tongue out and then it comes back the other way.
Max damage, 15 points of slashing.
I guess I did say, woo, max damage when I hit it. So
Yeah.
there's that.
That
was 15?
Yep. Yep. It swings down and just like connects with your temple. Like you catch the brunt of it with your shield, but just cuts right down the front of your face, and some blood begins to run down. That is it for them. Kismet.
I took damage, so I have to save.
Yes, concentration check.
Yeah, 20.
Yes.
Where was that earlier on, like, all of my other things?
I turn and I cast Firebolt at the last one.
All right.
17.
17 hits.
Two fire damage.
All right. Aurora, you are up as Kismet's magenta firebolt flies forward and burns a little bit of the inside of the mech.
Is Bolt a cantrip?
I am going to do another chromatic orb at
Okay.
our boy over here.
Alrighty.
Ranged attack spell. Ooh, yeah, that one's a hit. 20.
Yes.
20 something. 24.
Is it AoE?
And then the damage for that is, I think, 3d8. Yeah. And it's going to be lightning damage.
Okay.
That's a 10. Here, this is an 8. Here. So 11 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah.
So I want my
Exactly
lightning.
what it had left.
The lightning is going to strike it directly in its weird generator heart. And it's just going to like through its whole body.
Buzzing the electricity pulsating throughout. Fenric.
How wet is this rope?
Super. It was raining. No.
It was an adventure zone.
I know. I got it.
Her face is just, she wasn't having it.
How wet is the rope? Collapses in front of you. Sparks kind of as it lays collapsed. The 3 doors that the creatures had entered in are still open. So, standing at the base level of Skypiercer Tower, wondering what fun times await upstairs. We'll find out next time. So, good job.
We did it!
Ah!
I'm like, this was only level 1.
Heal me.
Augie's like on his knees, like coffee rubbers with his why?
But it just like goes into the door and runs away. And I was like, what the fuck?
Thanks for watching and listening, peoples. Remember to go over to threadmancer.com and use the promo code AmberWars at checkout to get free shipping on all orders over $25. We will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. And a reminder that Monday, we will be returning to the Monday after next. We will be returning with The Curse of Strahd, run by Ryan.
Yeah.
It's very spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Thanks for watching and listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.